Hemophilia A is the deficiency of the factor VIII, and this deficiency can be qualitative and quantitative as well. Now, the deficiency of the factor VIII, or either the impairment of the factor VIII, is the cause of hemophilia. Now, let's see that how this deficiency or how this cause progress to the impairment in the coagulation process. This is the normal cascade of the coagulation factor, that is showing that how a blood clot is formed, and whenever there is any vascular damage or inflammation, how the different clotting factors are activated one by one, and how they lead to the activation of the fibrin from the fibrinogen, and this fibrin is then responsible for the cross-linking of the different platelets and aggregation and further activations of the platelet. Now, obviously, there is the role of the factor VIII as well that is very important here. This is the factor VIIIa. Factor VIII is the inactivated form of the clotting factor. Whenever there is any need, the factor VIII is activated into the factor VIIIa, and this activation is carried out by the factor IXa. Basically, factor IX is involved in the activation of the factor VIII, and when factor VIII is activated, it combines with the factor IXa, as well as it involves some phospholipid, and all of these things form a complex. Now, this complex that is formed, it is very important because it is going to activate the factor X. When factor X is activated into the factor Xa, it will combine with the factor 5A to form another complex, that is the factor 10A and 5A complex. And this factor complex will then activate the prothrombin, that is the factor 2. It will be activated to the factor 2A thrombin, and this thrombin is then going to activate the fibrinogen to the fibrin. And you know that this fibrin is going to be to play a very important role in the blood clotting and clot formation, the aggregation of the platelets, and their further activation. Now you can see that the role of this factor VIIIa is very important, because here the activation of factor Xa is very important for the whole process of the blood clotting. So whenever this factor is deficient or impaired, the patient will suffer with hemophilia or any other disorder that is related to the excessive bleeding. Now, what are the complications of the hemophilia A? When we were discussing about the clinical features of hemophilia A, we have seen that the clinical features of both hemophilia A and B are almost similar in regards of the bleeding. Like, their bleeding manifestations are almost same. Now, if we discuss about the complication of the hemophilia A, there can be the degenerative joint disease. Whenever there is unexpected and excessive bleeding into the joint, basically that may lead to the degeneration of the joint, and that is collectively called as a degenerative joint disease. Then there can be the bleeding into the brain. There can be any vessel damage in the brain. There can be the hemorrhage that can be fatal in some cases as well. And there can be the hematuria. Obviously, when inside our body there is bleeding somewhere, that may also appear in the urine. So basically, hematuria, the appearance of the blood cells or the blood in the urine, that may also be seen. And it is also an indication that there is hemorrhage inside our body, somewhere inside our body. And then there is the intestinal obstruction that can also be due to some injury or hemorrhage in the intestine. And there can be the airway obstruction or respiratory obstruction. That can be due to the epiglottic hemorrhage or pharyngeal hemorrhage. Both of these can be reason of the respiratory obstruction. So these are some complications that can occur in the patient who is suffering from the hemophilia A.